So in terms of what they're going to learn within the course, so there's 6 main topics, and I'll go through the study period structure a little bit later. But we start them off with an introduction to the writing process. So we start them off writing almost immediately in their first few activities, which is good for the students to get involved and get cracking straight away. So they start with things like how to research, how to identify the requirements for the type of piece that they're writing, and the important topics of understanding, defining their target audience, and then key skills like drafting, proofreading, and preparing content for finalization. So they're really, it's really good, solid introductory stuff that they start off with. Then we get into things like language, communicating clearly, and the idea of voice, tone, and more kind of technical aspects of writing like grammar and spelling, punctuation, and editing. Then we get into the third topic is really interesting, and we're calling it writing for the 21st century. So this is where we really get involved in modern writing techniques and modern writing skills. So we go over some legal issues around copyright, the background of the creative arts communications industry. We'll also go into things like negotiation skills, which is really useful for people who want to become a freelance writer. So we'll help them understand what they need to do to promote their own work and get work. And here is where we focus on how to write online content and writing for the web. Now, this is a huge skill to have in the workplace. Every company almost these days has a website, and writing for the web is a unique proposition. We also include things like SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization, and being a 21st century course, one of the topics is going to be about blogging. So students will actually will learn how to create and maintain a blog in WordPress, and WordPress is the most popular blogging platform in the world. So they'll actually have a WordPress blog at the end of this course that they can show people their samples. Then we move into more of the business writing side of the course, which again are very practical skills to have in business, public relations. And we also get into producing documents for IT, so more technical style documentation. And then the fifth topic, we branch out a little bit and include some other genres. So there's a small amount of writing, how to write fiction and how to write non-fiction. And we've included these courses because we think it's good training for writers to understand writing in different styles for different readers. And they can take elements learned in, say, fiction writing and apply that to marketing, for example, about how to create tension or how to create, how to motivate your audience. Or for non-fiction writing, they could apply that to things like corporate writing or if they're writing training materials. Then we have an elective study period at the end where students can choose what they want to focus on. So if they want to focus on the more technical side, we have a subject on technical documentation. We have a subject on script writing. We have a subject on journalism, which can help for people who want to become freelance writers. Maybe they want to do some blogging and guest contribute to communications, content providers. And then short narratives can help in being really succinct, really concise writing. So there's a range of career outcomes for this kind of course. There's students could look at becoming a technical writer or a freelance writer, as we mentioned, copywriting in the marketing communications field, public relations, developing content for the web, education, medical, marketing and communications, as already mentioned. So there's a broad range of career outcomes for this course. It's really going to depend on where the students want to focus, and a good part of this is they'll get to choose a lot of the topics that they want to write about. So if they are if they want to become a medical writer, for example, they can focus their assessments on that content.